guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and we are seeing even more when it comes from the Joker movie. But before I get into that, I want to say it is so nice to see these reviews finally coming out of the movie and saying, you know, this is a 10 out of 10. Everything is so great about it. It has become one of these movies that is really kind of painted as a masterpiece, and I love it because it's one of those things you haven't got from DC Comics. You haven't got that movie that you're like, that's memorable. That is your defining moment for DC Comics. And I do enjoy Marvel, do not get me wrong, but I am definitely more of a DC Comics fan. So to see this is like one of those proud moments. You're like, yes, they finally got it right. Not only did they get it right, but they made a masterpiece out of it. It is fucking fantastic. Now, I have not seen the movie yet myself, but for some time I have known the spoilers. I'm not going to talk about any of that, so you don't have to worry. I'm going to talk about the news surrounding it. And I do want to get into, possibly later today, in another video, the news surrounding the Batman movie, which just looks like a mess. Like a complete fucking mess. But we'll get there eventually. And so we're seeing a lot come from the Joker. A lot of nothing. No violence. No issue with violence. No worries. Oh, imagine that. Like, are you really surprised? There was not going to be anything. It was this far left pushing this narrative that it was going to be incel violence, when I don't think it's a spoiler to say that the people basically backing the Joker are the embodiment of Antifa. So is it because we're putting up a mirror to you that you didn't like it? Or what? Like, I don't know. I find it quite hilarious that this should be something they really do like. But because it makes them think, because it makes them actually look at our society, they don't like it. They don't like seeing the truths among these things. But even so, this one was new today. I seen Joker social media posts are being monitored by the FBI. Like, do you not have anything better to do with our tax dollars? Like, do you not have anything better to do? I'm seeing these reviews come out and talking specifically about different people. Like, I watch Tim Pool on a daily. To see him get that excited about something, to see young Ripa or even Grace Randolph to love something, to try to promote it in such a good aspect. You're literally wasting our money. You're literally wasting resources and manpower. It's ridiculous. But I guess now all of them are being monitored. We're seeing the Federal Bureau of Investigation is looking into any potential threats concerning the release of Todd Phillips' Joker this weekend, which, by the way, Thursday night alone made $13.3 million. Like, it's doing really well, especially for a DC movie. Like, it's doing really well. The movie has been at the center of debate for months over violence concerns. Ridiculous debate. There are many who believe that the movie could go on to inspire people who might be in the same mind frame as Arthur Fleck, played by Joaquin Phoenix. You mean somebody that was... Yeah, okay, stopping myself. I apologize. I don't want to give too much away. To go out and carry out acts of violence. No! Ridiculous. The FBI is also looking into potential acts of violence. They had this statement. While our standard practice is not comment on specific intelligent products, the FBI is in touch with our law enforcement and private sector partners about an online post. As always, we encourage the public to remain vigilant and promptly report any suspicious activity to law enforcement. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Like, really, did you need to say that? Though I believe it was Yellow Flash's review, where he did say there was added security. So we are seeing that across the board. So now we're seeing not only added security within the theaters because of this far left outrage, but we're seeing it online. We're seeing all of this added, this literal waste of money because a few blue check marks and a few crazy journalists thought it would be okay to be like, oh, incel violence. No, this is an important movie. That's the difference. The importance in it, you decide to push to the side to push your agenda, right? Like, it's ridiculous. But even so, we are seeing more BS. Basically, the FBI had been reportedly receiving tips of unspecified I can't say that in my video. Link to the release of Joker going back as far as May. When? Like, I didn't hear anything. Okay, whatever, sure. I totally believe you. In addition, the Iowa National Guard has warned service members about potential I'm trying to censor myself, but it's so hard. In upcoming screenings of the movie, apparently credible sources indicate a known extremist group may be behind the threat. What you're saying is incel violence, right? Like, you're trying to not say it really hard, but you're trying to say incel violence. Like, come on, quit playing. In addition, the threat appears credible. With that being said, the memo then stating no specific threat is identified. Really? Like, again, imagine my surprise. You couldn't find anything? Because people want to enjoy it. People want to enjoy a different take on a comic book character, a different take on a character that does represent chaos and villainy and just being pure evil to the core, but they want to see it from a different standpoint. Why he was created that way. What happened? Was it one bad day or was it one bad life? Like, there's all these different viewpoints. And we're seeing Arthur Fleck from this viewpoint of he had it bad from day one. So this movie is a character study of not only Joker as a villain, but Arthur Fleck as a person. That's the difference. Not only that, but it's absolutely totally different than anything you could expect to see. So to say that all this threat could possibly happen, or these incel violence is ridiculous. It really, really is ridiculous. I think, like I said earlier, just the far left doesn't want to see that mirror put up to them. They don't want to see and have to react to the real world. They want to go on Twitter and cancel people or ruin lives or, promote their agenda without any real evidence, without anything backing them. They just want to stay in their Twitterverse, which is pretty sad and pathetic. But even so, that's kind of how they operate. It's always those weirdos that are kind of making it worse for everyone else. When Todd Phillips made a very important movie, made a masterpiece, and he's not getting the credit he deserves for that masterpiece. He's not getting the credit he deserves as a director, and he did screenwrite this. He had somebody help him also. But even so, this whole time he's getting all of this crap for this movie when it comes out, and people are blown away. People are looking at the message behind Arthur, the message behind the movie, only to have, basically had this been, incel violence the entire time. It's honestly pretty ridiculous, but I'm glad to see Todd Phillips getting credit where it's deserved, because for a long time, he hasn't got that credit. He did a lot of really great movies before. Like, I love his Hangover movies. They're really good. They're really funny. Well, he's done with that. He's done with that because of woke outrage, and there's no point of making movies like that anymore when you're going to get blue check marks basically saying, it's not funny, it's offensive. Well, guess what? Comedy's subjective. Fucking deal with it. I don't know. This whole situation is quite insane. I kind of love watching it unfold, and I just love seeing this shoved in this far left outrage I love seeing it shoved in their face. Spectacular. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you want to help support the channel, make sure to check out the links to my Patreon and subscribe star below. But I want to thank my current Patreons, Robert, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Earth Citizen 09, General Zod, who also has a YouTube channel, Troy Reiser, Grand Smear, Mike, Black Knight Fool, and Brucey. You guys help keep this channel up and running, and I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure on the way out to like and subscribe if you are new. Bye-bye.